Chicken soup is not going to help your soul. You need deliverance for your soul. That's your mind, your will, and your emotions. If you don't pay attention to it, lest at any time it leaks. You are a spirit, you live in a body, and you possess a soul. When people say, oh, I need chicken soup for the soul, no, you don't. You need deliverance for your soul. Chicken soup is not going to help your soul. All right, that's a secular ideology. Your soul is the worst part of you. That's your mind, the way you think, your will, and your emotions, dear God. And we run around looking for a soulmate. He said, the way you'll prosper will be accordance to your soul, even as your soul prospers. The way you'll be in health will be based on how your soul prospers. You know what the word prosper means? It means help along the way. It's a confirmation that when you are in the will of God and you are prospering in His way, He helps you and adds to your life as you go because you are now prospering. That means the things that God asked you to do are now seemingly working. The things that you had been believing Him for are now starting to come to pass because now He's helping you along the way. God will never help you into a plan He did not create. And this is why I said you left me as your source. And then you took what you did get and you lost it. So then when Hebrews chapter 2 verse 1, and then we're going to 2 Timothy 3:1.
Be up to date with the latest sermons and listen to Stone Point Community's podcast. It's also a quick and easy way to share these messages with your friends and family. Stay inspired throughout your week and listen.
Hebrews 2 verse 1 and 2 Timothy 3:1. He says, therefore we ought to give more earnest heed to the things which we... Now listen to what he says. We ought to give more earnest. You know what earnest is? In real estate, earnest is a deposit, an earnest money deposit. It's an indication of your seriousness. And so an earnest deposit, let's just say you've got a $500,000 house. And we come in with a contract. We offer the same amount of money. We have the exact same terms. But I come in with an earnest deposit of $50,000 and you come in with an earnest deposit of $1,000. Who's more serious? Because I demonstrated my earnest. Are you following me? So he says, you need to give more earnest heed. In other words, more attention, not to what you're about to hear. Because so many people are chasing after what they're about to hear. They go to churches, they go to meetings, they go to special, oh, so-and-so's coming into town, I got to go hear what they have to say, and you will skip your own pastor's meeting to go hear, because you want a fresh word. This Bible has been around for thousands and thousands of years. What are you looking for? And have you ever thought to yourself that you need to give more earnest heed to what you've already heard? Because if you can't walk in the light that you have, you will never walk in any more light. You may want to get more, but if you can't love your neighbor, quit looking for deep theological underpinnings and enamoring yourself with the sagaciousness of your verbosity when you can't even love your neighbor. I just want the deep things. Here's your deep thing. Love your neighbor. That's deep. And he said, give heed to the things that you have heard. Because if you would make important what you have heard, because he said, if you don't pay attention to it, lest at any time it leaks. So then the key to leaking is to hold it. The key to keeping things that God has for you from leaking out, it doesn't pour out, it drips.
That's good.
It's one day, you was in faith, you believe in God, you feel strong. The next day you get a report from the doctor and you fall to pieces. And it dripped. It dripped because you was on cruise control. It dripped because you weren't paying attention. It dripped because you haven't needed God in a long time, because things were going fairly well for you and you haven't really had to depend on Him. It dripped because you don't pray like you used to. It dripped because you don't have your devotionals like you used to. It dripped because you stopped missing church because you were missing church. And you're not getting anything poured into you. It drips because the things you watch on television, the things you listen to on the radio are not pouring into you. They're secular in every way. So you have no influence that takes you to a better way of thinking. This is why, was it 2 Timothy 3? Was it 1? Know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of... Can we put that in the Amplified for just a second? Let's go back. That's good. I really was going to gloss over that, but I just think we need to go back. But understand this, that in the last days will come, set in perilous times of great stress and trouble, hard to deal with and hard to bear. For people will be lovers of self, utterly self-centered, lovers of money, aroused by inordinate, greedy desire for wealth, proud, arrogant, contemptuous boasters. They will be abusive, blasphemous, scoffing, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, and profane. Keep going. They will be without natural, callous, relentless. They will be false, troublemakers, intemperate, loose in morals, and haters of good. They will be treacherous betrayers, rash, and inflated with self-conceit. They will be lovers of sensual pleasures, vain amusements, more than and rather than. Verse 5. For although, look at it, a form of piety, true religion, they deny and reject and are strangers to the power of it. Their conduct belies the genuineness of their profession. Avoid. Do what with them? No, hang out with them. Keep them as your friends. Entertain them because, they just part of the family. What do you say to do to them? So here's a question, though. They have a form of piety, but they deny the power thereof because they can't be a container of that power. So they look like cracked pots. Religious on the outside and leaking on the inside. They have a semblance of religion, but they are literally, externally religious, but they're internally broken. Notice what he says next. For among them are those who worm their way into homes and captivate silly and weak-natured and spiritually dwarfed women, loaded down with the burden of their sins and easily swayed and led away by various evil desires and seductive impulses. And just so you know, men are the same boat as women and men. These weak women will listen to anybody who will teach them. They are forever, watch this, they are forever and but never able to arrive. So they're seeking information, but they're never getting revelation. He said they're ever learning, but never coming to the knowledge of truth. They are constantly looking for teaching, yet they can't hold the revelation. This becomes not ignorance, but it becomes an inability to access what they've gotten because it has leaked completely out. They don't hear spiritual things. They hoard spiritual things. They try to collect spiritual things. And then when you try to speak a truth to them, they start telling you stories. And they try to baffle you with nonsense. And they try to dazzle you with secular brilliance. When in reality, they never got the revelation of what they're saying. Because if they got the revelation of what they're saying, they'd stop saying stupid things. If I can get a person to talk long enough, I can hear exactly what their heart is truly trying to accomplish. Because most people can't hear it. They can't hear it in their own voice. They just talk. And they think they're sounding spiritual, and they're empty. This is why I said ever learning and never coming to the knowledge of truth. They're always seeking information. They're always looking for something new. They're always looking for a word. I came to get a word. I came to get a word. I came to get the word. If I get the word, I'll get a word. If I come expecting, I'll get an answer. I assure you one thing that I have always learned, that if I'm connected to my supply, all I got to do is show up and I'll get an answer. God will use them to say things, and everybody else is wondering, why are they talking about that? And I'll be sitting there like, a greedy little kid, like the cat that ate the canary. I know why he's saying that. He's talking to me. I ain't telling you he's talking to me. But I'm certain. And so now, they hear with learning, which is really deception without deliverance. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to find something that they can make fit. When it fits their trauma, it fits their bitterness,